McFarlane has sent the SJW shrieking on social media for stating the obvious that boys want to play with boy toys. We'll be looking at that clip as well as an article from Bleeding Cool.
Hero toys sell here, male superhero toys. And then you get like villains, precipitous drop, villains, female superheroes, and then anything in between, monsters. Sometimes the monsters are up here, but like down here, right? From here to here. So again, I'm not saying that I can't sell a female superhero, which I can. What I'm saying is that I can't do an entire line of 4 figures in one series of nothing but females and put it in the boys action aisle. Can I sell it as an Amazon exclusive or a spawn.com exclusive? Yeah, maybe, but not at the boys action figure aisle. There's a reason why it's called boys action figure aisle. And if you don't believe me, then you don't remember that either A, you were a 9-year-old boy and or that you actually have a son, because it goes sort of something like this. I've said it before. Your son comes home and he gets straight A's for a year, and you go, you know what, we're gonna buy you a gift. Your dad and I are going out, and we're gonna bring you a gift. We're gonna bring you action figure even. And you go out and you look at mom and dad are in the aisle, and they go, hey, any Batman? Yep, not getting it. Superman? Yep, not gonna get it. Captain America, Hulk, Spidey? Nope. Oh, what about some Transformers? Oh, robots, super cool. No. How about some Ben 10, sort of cool, sort of creepy crawly? Yep, no, we're not gonna get that either. Oh, Godzilla, King Kong. Oh, no. How about Jurassic Park? Fuck, dinosaurs, right? No. Oh, I'm gonna get me this girl figure. And then you're gonna come home and you're gonna give it to your kid. And he's gonna be super anxious because he's been waiting all day. And then you're gonna pull out of the bag and you're gonna give it to him. And he's gonna go, Now, again, he's a nice boy. You've raised him right. So he's not gonna say anything he shouldn't, but he's just gonna ask, thank you, but before I go to my room, can I just sort of ask a couple questions, mom and dad? Did they have any superhero dudes? Oh, yeah. Okay. Did they have any robots? Oh, yeah, lots of robots. Should have seen it. Monsters, of course. Creatures, yes. Military, yes. Okay, they had all of that. And what about dinosaurs, aliens? Oh, shit, you should have seen the pigs. And you got me the female figure, right? You got me the female figure. Now, I don't know if it's true or not, but somewhere along the line, serial killers begin at a certain spot.
Oh my God.
At some point, once you told your kid you walked away from monsters and aliens and dinosaurs and like, what are you talking about? We're dudes, we're little boys. Come on, man. It's the same. We haven't evolved, right? We all like the same thing. Whatever I liked in the 60s, I am telling you, somebody's going to like it there too. So I'm not saying we can't sell exclusive. I'm just saying, I tell that story when you're selling at the masses, when sometimes I'm dealing with people and they want me to do 2/3 of my line is the villains and or the females or the kid characters. I go, dudes, can't do it, right? Any more than I can sell Derek Jeter when he was on the Yankees all day long. I can't sell the best guy on the Florida Marlins. I don't care how good he is. Somebody would rather have the 5th best Yankees because there's just something about that sale. I've been at it for 30 years. You're going to have to trust me. I'm not saying the brand isn't strong. I'm not saying you're not going to put out a movie that's not going to make $1 billion. I'm saying category specific. In the boys action aisle, I can't sell 7 consecutive female figures any more than you can sell Bruce Wayne and Commissioner Gordon and somebody else in the girls' doll aisle when there's a Batman movie. There's no Commissioner Gordon over there. So why are you forcing stuff that won't sell over here at the same level as over there. So will I do villains? Of course I will, but I got to be a little picky. Will I do female figures? Of course I will. I got to be a little picky. Will I do monsters? Yeah, okay. I got to be a little picky. But can I sell Superman and Batman and Spawn all day long? Of course I can. Every single day of my life, right? Just let me pick who I think I can sell. And if I don't give you big checks for royalties, then you guys can have a deeper conversation. But I think I know what they want, right? I think I know what they want.
Thank you for joining Black Angus, and today we're talking about Todd McFarlane, creator of Spawn, McFarlane Toys, and so much more. He's doing great. He keeps on pumping. He's at like 320, almost 330 issues of Spawn, not to mention all the tangent Spawn universe he's building. He's made a toy empire that DC, having to shut down DC Direct, is now paying this guy from Image Comics to make their toys for their comic characters. I think he knows a thing or two about toy business and the industry. I want to shout out to Vinny Tardamella, not for keying on this, but he worked for Todd as far as I know. So go check him out. He's got some campaigns you should back on Indiegogo. But yeah, Todd was on that stream with Shartimus Prime, funny ass name. They talked a lot. I listened to almost the whole interview. It's very enlightening, especially for this neck of the woods, wanting to create something and trying to think, where could I go? What tidbit should I take from this guy? And he mentioned just in passing about not being able to sell girls' toys, girl figures predominantly in a male-centric hobby. And of course, the blue hairs, the weirdos, the commies that can't even afford these toys, of course, had to shriek and chime in about him stating the obvious, and it's made its way to Bleeding Cool. And it's funny because, as you'll see, they undercut their own arguments and show their hand, show that it's not really the truth of the matter that Todd's stating. It's the fact that he's not bending to the agenda. But before getting that, I just want to say I thought it was really cool how Todd revealed that he takes a hit in his pocket to give us these toys, the things he makes. He's not out for greed. Clearly he wants to make some money doing this stuff, taking the headache of managing all this. But he understands what it's like being that poor kid, wanting a toy or a comic, and he tries to keep that price point low. So it's just another reason to like this guy and support him in Image Comics for their good products. So let's dig into this article. Jeremy Conrad. This was my first take with this guy. It's funny. It says, Todd McFarlane puts foot in mouth about female action figures. Todd McFarlane took part in an interview, like I said, with Shartimus Prime on his channel. While he covered a variety of subjects, there was a segment of the interview that has rubbed people the wrong way all weekend. When discussing female action figures, he completely shows his ass, is the only way to put it. Not only does he say that he couldn't put a whole wave of female action figures in one wave and retail in the boys figure aisle, he puts that in quotes like it's made up, which has been a thing forever. But he also tells a horribly long story about a boy receiving a female action figure, being incredibly disappointed. Man, way to gloss over the detail he puts in, where it's like, you got all these options and you got me a girl. This sucks. Yeah, clearly kid, if he has patience for the Batman film, yeah, he's going to come away from that wanting Catwoman of all the characters. He's going to want Batman or the Riddler, or just the car or the motorcycle before he would want the girl. Unless he's in purity, he's probably not collecting toys. This was shared around Twitter by this guy, Matt Borzillo. He says, I'll try my soy. Are you fucking kidding me? Really, Todd McFarlane? A boy getting a female superhero figure as a gift? immediately makes you do a serial killer comparison. I love how it's just like, anytime you challenge the gender agenda currently in any facet of life, it goes to 100 with these people. Uh, I did look at some of these comments before. So the author challenges Todd from saying, "Prove it then." And he talks about he's seen these arguments on the extremes, but he shows his hand that he's part of that extreme. Talks about the highs and lows of toys recently, bending the knee to sell girl figures in male-centric franchises. And he even goes through, catalogs all these, and points out how many females per line there are, what percentage. And of course, Todd McFarlane with DC is at 10%. But what's funny is he undercuts this because he talks about how, of course, DC toys have done the best, which is hilarious. You're hurting your own argument, my friend. And with McFarlane across the board, he's at 7% female characters across his lines. So, if anything, you're seeing, wow, maybe I should make way less girl figures and I'll make way more money. Of course, this weirdo has to challenge McFarlane, like, oh, I dare you to make a whole line of female characters. Let's set up this line with Catwoman, Zatanna, Poison Ivy, Supergirl, and Power Girl. Well, besides the boob window, I don't think people generally even know who the hell Power Girl is. Zatanna as well, although she's got this kind of, hot topic top hat, appeal. Maybe that would catch some eyes, but again, oh wait, no, I'm thinking of the Magic Girl from DC. See, I already mixed it up, and I kind of know. Zatanna's the Asian chick with the sword. Yeah, not a lot of people know who she is. Trying to sell to kids. Catwoman, Poison Ivy, maybe. But yeah, it's like none of this, what boy? Oh, thank you, mommy. Supergirl. There wasn't any Superman at the store. Green Lantern, The Flash, Batman, Robin, Joker, Darkseid. Like, you can name off so many a boy would want if he's even aware of this line. Before you mention one girl, even Wonder Woman. So it's funny. He says a very telling line here in this article. He challenges not just McFarlane, but all the lines. There hasn't been a single full wave of female figures ever offered. None. And these companies are always wondering how to attract more people to these lines. Why not actually try and do this and foster great change here? I can read between the lines, buddy. It is way past time. Nothing at all is stopping you. Until you do it, Todd, we will just shake our head and, like your figures as if like give you the side eye. Ooh. I mean, I do like that at least there's a tone, however soy based is, there's a tone with this author. It's not just there's a narrative voice. It's more than just the soy. So I can at least appreciate that. There's some tenacity there. So I love your soy rage, Mr. Conrad. Of course, myself, and of course, Todd is going to laugh his way to the bank, counting all those DC stacks. He's being on top of Image with Spawn. I love Todd keeping it real, regardless of how he might feel. I think, oh, I like to have more girls, or maybe there's an agenda he'd like to play into. I would say Todd is, left leaning. Having read Spawn off and on, there's this whole kind of cop narrative in a run that kind of shows his hand, how he feels. But again, he's a businessman, and he's wanting to sell this stuff and have a good rapport with companies. And clearly, girl stuff doesn't sell well to boys in the boys action line, like he talks about. Also, none of them are mentioning the fact that he shows the inverse. Like, well, I can't put a bunch of boys in a girls line. If, for instance, he had Barbie he can't make 5 different kin dolls or kin's friends or whatever, guy friends. It's various Barbies, whether it's different suits, you know, templates, or various, you know, Barbie girls, different colors or whatnot, characters, if you will. And then maybe there's one kin doll to include that, oh, brother can play with us if they'll even play. Just saying that, it's like, of course he's not. But yeah, I love this ridiculousness. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. And yeah, swing by Thursday, 9 p.m., 9:15 p.m. As always, me and Ricky Critic, sometimes guests, do my show, All American Beef. Appreciate you joining the chat and having a good time discussing the weekly events in pop culture. Until next time, talk to you later. Thank you again for joining.